And this is the astrological forecast for the sign of Capricorn for the whole of 2017. As most of you are aware, Pluto's in your sign. Pluto's been in your sign since 2008, and he's going to be there for about another 7 or 8 years yet. He's only just about halfway through your sign, another 7 or 8 years to go. So the intensity and the pressure of this influence is, for some of you, actually becoming almost manageable, to the point where you're even not noticing it, but for others of you it's really biting home. And particularly in the first 3 months of this coming year, Pluto is going to be a major influence which all of you are going to be aware of one way or another. Has to be said that the first quarter of this year is likely to be the most intense and probably the most challenging time of the year, but the ongoing square from Jupiter in the sky to Pluto in Capricorn will last until August, and this is going to impact on many of you. Already has been since the end of November 2016. And this is a bit like the pressure cooker aspect, where certain situations are expanding out of control, and there's an accompanying degree of intensity and pressure. And I wish there was something I could do to make it easier for you, but I can't really, except to say that this isn't affecting all of you. But it is specifically affecting those of you born, say, between the 6th and the 11th of January. And if you're one of these, grin and bear it, because it's going to be like this for the next 6 months. What you can do is work through this by adopting a more psychological approach to life and dealing with the shit that's coming up, excuse me, didn't mean to say that, in ways that eliminate old problems by dealing with them rather than shoveling them under the carpet. Many of you, especially those born in December, are going to be thinking, well, what sort of fuss about? And for all of you, really, from August onwards, the fuss dies down. The hype and spin will calm down, at least until December. But forewarned is forearmed. From mid-December 2017 onwards, Saturn enters Capricorn. Saturn's coming home. And in a year from now, boy, you're all going to know about it. So, let's have a look at the individual aspects. Pluto is directly affecting those of you born from the 7th to the 9th of January over this coming year in life-changing ways, and it can be very intense, borderline extreme. The negative version of this is compulsive and obsessive behaviour, either towards you or from you. The neutral side of this, which will affect all of you, is that there's going to be an element of purging, detoxing and cleansing. And the positive side of this, which will affect some of you, is that there's also going to be the potential for remoulding, reshaping, reinventing the wheel, transformation, regeneration, phoenix energy, caterpillar into butterfly. Deal with stuff. Don't shovel it under the carpet, because it will come back and bite you. Neptune is actually helping a few of you in a very positive way. It's bringing a degree more empathy, sensuality and artistry into the lives of those of you born, especially those of you born around the 2nd, 3rd and 4th of January. Uranus in Aries is directly challenging those of you born from, say, the 10th to the 13th of January, from the beginning of the year right the way through to perhaps mid-April. But this is a continuation of what's been going on in 2016, and it will be done by the end of April. At which point Uranus will then start directly affecting those of you born from the 14th to the 18th of January in ways that do bring steady, consistent change into your life. Change can be disruptive and chaotic. It can also be stimulating and innovative, and it depends on how willing you are to be flexible and adaptable. Saturn isn't touching you in 2017 until mid-December, when he enters your sign. And those of you born around the start of Capricorn will know about it by this time next year. So forewarned, he's coming. He's on the horizon radar. He's got his eyes on you, and he's coming. Jupiter is in Libra, challenging a number of you. Those of you born from the 4th of January onwards, there's still the potential for things to get out of proportion, over the top, larger than life, particularly from now through to, say, the end of September, start of October, at which point the energy will suddenly shift. And from early October onwards, Jupiter moves into Scorpio, which means that those of you born before the 7th of January are going to find that the last 10 or 11 weeks of this year actually do have in them a number of opportunities for growth and expansion, particularly in terms of both financial and travel opportunities. The full moon, the Capricorn full moon this year, is on the 9th of July. Now, this is a very unusual year for all of you in that there are no new moons in Capricorn in 2017. That's because the Capricorn new moon in 2016 was at the end of December, and the Capricorn new moon in 2018 will be at the start of January. But there's no new moon in December, in the whole of 2017. Something like this does happen on average about once every 30 years. It's not a big deal. Mercury will start the year with you, but he's going retrograde. And he'll move out of your sign on the 4th of January to re-emerge into Capricorn on the 12th of January and then leave on the 7th of February. So the period from the January the 12th through to the 7th of February is a time where I think steadily, slowly, gradually you can make more and more informed decisions. Venus ends the year in your sign from the 25th of December onwards, and Mars doesn't touch you in 2017. So this year, it's all about the big boys. It's all about the ongoing transformation and regeneration. The first quarter of the year is the hardest, so get through this and then you've cracked 60% of the year. And remember, Saturn's coming. Big thank you to all those people who have helped me with your kind donations over the year. It's people like you who help people like me keep going. I will continue to keep pumping astrology into the world free of charge. That's what I'm here for. And what can I say? Thank you once again. And a Happy New Year to all of you. See you on the rebound. Bye.